to look at Bashtra. Okay, Bashtra. And in as much as most people, most people don't uh, pay attention to Bashtra. Okay, but for me, apart from direction and things that I learned from the SNL, Bashtra is one of the best things that I learned. Okay, it is one of the best things that I learned, and the reason is that Bashtra setup. Yes, every setup fails, but Bashtra setup hardly fail. Okay, the Bashtra setup hardly fail, especially when they meet all the confirmation. Okay, so how do I trade if I have identified a direction? So the point is this: on a time frame, okay, you can apply the Bashtra setup. So one of the Bashtra setup is QM, which I'm going to talk about. Okay, and everybody knows about QM, whether you're trading smart money or what, you know QM. And a QM is going to be price, okay, breaking structure. Okay, so some of you call it change of character. Bachelor is important, very, very important thing. So if you understand it, yes, there are things that you can do that will actually amaze you. Okay. So you remember in the last video that I did, okay, when I was explaining the trade that I took from here to here, I said something. I said that there is this engulfing field here on the daily, okay, and there is this engulfing here, okay, and there's this engulfing also here, right? So we have about 1, 2, 3 engulfing, and price is inside this engulfing field, and we have confirmation for a sell. By why didn't I choose that price is going to reverse on this engulfing? And I chose this, and I told you guys that, okay, Bashtra, I use Bashtra because I see a Bashtra pattern. I have a high, a low, a higher high, and a lower low. Okay, so you have a QM that price has used for a sell. Okay, you have a QM that price has used for a sell, and then that QM level has been broken. Okay, so price broke that QM level and left a rally base rally opposite this. Okay, and therefore, for that reason, I know that there's going to be a buy, okay, in that zone, a sell to a buy. So this gives you what? A daily to daily storyline. All right. So since price was not yet within that buy zone, okay, and I got a sell opportunity here of transformation, it is wise to sell from here to here. You get it? But the whole thing is the fact that there was a Bashtra setup on the chart somewhere here. Okay. So for Bashtra, I have a lot of videos on Bashtra on my YouTube. Okay. So you can refer to it, but I'll take you through the QM today, talk about all the forms of QM that we have. Okay. I'll give you a general idea of what a QM is, like the one you read on your Model 3 page that you guys joined. Okay. That you guys joined. All right. So what is QM? So QM is the fact that the market has broken structure, right? So we are going up and break structure, which most people are failing to recognize as to call QM because it started from a supply and demand perspective, okay? And those doing smart money want to call it the left shoulder. Yes, the left shoulder, but left shoulder is still QM. Okay, so we have a left shoulder, a high, and a low. So price generally creates what? A high, a low. It breaks that previous high and creates a lower low. Okay, when you have this, you have a left shoulder. Okay, but what has it got to do with this engulfing that we are doing? The point is this. This QM, okay, for Basha to consider this QM an important one, this QM has to create a higher time frame engulfing. Why? Because, okay, it has to create a higher time frame engulfing. something like this. Okay, why? Because when it creates an engulfing, the engulfing shows that, right, the market is strongly bearish. Okay, so when you see this pattern, the beautiful thing is to what? Look on the lower time frame, right, on the higher time frame to see if it has an engulfing. So this is one of the criteria, okay, for a proper QM, like this one. Okay, let me see if it gave you a weekly engulfing. No. Okay, no problem. Okay, no problem. Okay, so that is one of the best criteria for an engulfing. Let me show you. Let me show you a proper example here. Okay, where's JFS? JForex. Right. Let me bring him here. Then let me show you an example. Example, daily chart. Daily chart here. We play cut it from here. Okay. Then sorry. So you see this. Okay. So you see we have an engulfing. Can you see we have an engulfing on the daily? This is a daily engulfing. Okay. This is a daily engulfing, a very strong engulfing because price has closed below the wick. Okay. So with this daily engulfing, if I go to the lower time frame, which is 4 hour or 1 hour, and I'm able to find a QM here, able to find a QM, then this engulfing, this QM is important, okay? Then this QM is important. So I have a QM here, right? And this QM that I have here is not just a QM, it is an engulfing on the daily, okay? So this is an important point of interest that I have to trade. Then it again, okay, it again allows me to forget about now daily, looking for daily direction. Price has to create a 4-hour engulfing in it. So if I was looking at just the daily engulfing, I'll have to wait for 4 hours to engulf before I take the trade. But if I know the pattern and I can see the pattern in, then I can be looking for trade because I will not be looking for trade below it. I'll be looking for trade above or at the QM level. Okay, so this is 4 hour. You have a 4-hour QM. You have a 4-hour QM, which is, so you understand the criteria. That's the first criteria. Now, the second criteria is this. So first criteria is what? Higher time frame engulfing. Higher time frame engulfing. And the second criteria is a base, okay, opposite the QM level. Okay, so what is QML? Now, when you take this pattern like this, okay, the QML is that the close of this thing marked up to the wick. Okay, so there's a QM level, which is the close, right? When you change to a line chart, for instance, when you change to this line chart, you're going to see this V, you're going to see this, okay? So assuming price had closed, let's say we had, this is a QM, okay? You see that there's a QM here, high, low, higher, high, lower, low. Now, the marking the QM is this level. Okay, I think this one is a high, long wick. That is why it's not even valid. Okay, right. Marking the QM, okay, up to the wick. Okay, those are the zones, but I like to mark the SNR within it, okay, which is the V. Okay, so this is the QM level. And what is the QM candle? There's a QM candle. It's the last candle, okay? It's the last candle. So in this situation, this is the QM level. If you are marking QM, this is the QM level, okay? And this is the QM candle. Okay, this is the QM candle, but we want to consider the level, okay, the level. So Opposite the QML, the QM level, you want to find a base, and the base will look like, will be in the bearish situation, you have a drop, base, drop, opposite it. To be a bearish candle. Oh, sorry, a bullish candle. Okay, so you mark the QM level, and opposite it, you are going to find what? A base. So look here, GFX. All right. In this situation, do you have a base? Yes, you have a base. We have this bullish candle opposite the level. So now your trade is going to be this bullish candle at the QM level. Okay. Please, do you understand? Okay. You see? Now, if we're using just engulfing and direction, engulfing, the direction of the engulfing that we have learned, okay? This is what is going to happen here. You are going to wait for price to create an engulfing. So you're having a daily, okay, you're having a daily engulfing. Price comes to the daily engulfing and creates a 4-hour engulfing. Comes to the daily and creates a 4-hour engulfing direction. Now, the 4-hour engulfing is the one you are going to trade. So in this one, you have an engulfing field here, which is a zone that you're marking, and an engulfing here that you're looking at. So you're looking at these two zones for a sell, okay? But you would have missed this particular one without knowing that there is a QM here. Or you would have taken this trade by marking this 4-hour engulfing and waiting for a 30-minute engulfing, okay? Good. I think the white screen is clear and better, okay? With the red and blue candlestick. Okay, all right, thanks. Okay, so you see, in this particular situation, this is it. This is where you would have taken a trade. But because you knew the buy strap patterns, because you know the buy strap patterns, you would have taken the trade somewhere here first. You would have gotten this trade. And now that direction is confirmed, you would have taken this trade, and then, so you would have taken this particular one, taking your profit somewhere. So this is a 4-hour engulfing to a 4-hour engulfing, okay, 4-hour to 4-hour, or looking for daily to daily, okay, but it has to break the 4-hour first. Daily to daily, where's the daily zone? Okay, there's no daily engulfing here. There's no daily engulfing here. Okay, so we have a daily engulfing. Sorry, we have a daily engulfing here. Okay, so you see how nice it is. Okay, so you had a daily to a daily zone, right? Price came to retest the 4-hour engulfing. Now you're trading a 4-hour engulfing to a 4-hour engulfing. So if you get a trade from this engulfing, you are going to be monitoring this 4-hour engulfing here. Okay, I'm going to be monitoring this 4-hour engulfing here. Okay, you see, so this will be maybe your exit. Once this one reject, I'll close the trade. I will not wait for price to come here. I can't. Okay, all right. Please, do you understand this so far? Any question? Any question before we move on?
Yes, I have one question.
Okay, go on.
Yeah. Once we get the 4-hour confirmation within this 1 day engulfing, so what more confirmation can we look to enter to increase the RR?
Okay, that is the next thing that I'm going to do, since I'm talking about QM. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So can you write what? Okay, so someone here, how do you increase your RR once we have a 4-hour engulfing inside a daily? What more confirmation can I use, please? Okay, so everybody's interested in trade. I'm teaching you the most important thing. You want the most important thing is, you see, it is moving. Guys, don't rush. Okay, learning is supposed to be in chronological. Okay, chronological, and the reason is this: you move from one step to the other. Okay, everybody. So you see, people have seen transformation, but you cannot. Because with transformation, there's video on transformation, right? You cannot. And there are a lot of information on YouTube, but you cannot use it. You cannot use it the way the author will use it. You know why? Because on YouTube, I just upload the things. Yes, they are informative, but you will not get it, right? Because in my YouTube, it is not arranged chronologically. It's not like my mentorship. Okay. So you move from one step to the other. If I start and I give you entry and you don't know direction and you don't know how to find setup, how do you trade? How do you trade? This is important. Learn how to recognize a pattern. That is what we are doing now. Understanding this pattern and knowing it is important. Once you understand and you know it, right, then you can move to how are you going to enter the trade. It is important. So ask question in relation to what I'm teaching. Don't rush, don't rush, don't rush. Okay? All right.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, go on.
I think I have a
Yes, I
question.
have a question.
Okay.
Okay. Please, during the confirmation of the QM,
Mm-hmm.
you talked about uh, looking for opposite, I mean, a base opposite the QM, a
Yeah.
kissing candle, and there's another one, double something.
It's the same name, okay? So, for instance, okay, good. You drew my attention to something important, all right? So, what I said was that during the confirmation of a QM, this is what you do, okay? Good. So, confirmation, we said confirmation of a QM, okay? This is what you do. You find a higher time frame engulfing. Good. Engulfing, okay? Base opposite the QM level, which I just showed you, and a hidden base. When I say hidden base or double Marubuzu DM or open close, okay, OC or KC, which is kissing candle. These things are they mean the same, okay? Hidden base, DM, DMB or DMD is what Bashtra use, okay? She calls it DM, okay? Double Maru. Open close is what SNL people use. Kissing candle is what kissing candle is a name that smart money people use, and or they sometimes use hidden base, and hidden base is supply and demand. Okay, what is hidden base? Okay, so this is hidden base. You have two series of candles like this. Okay, like this. Okay, the midpoint where the open and the close is. That's why it's called open close. Okay, we are selling. This is the close and the open. So open close. Okay, that's a level. All right. So what this means is that when you have a QM, right? Another confirmation. So you have three forms of confirmation. It can listen, it can just be an engulfing and you are good to go. But it's better when it's an engulfing, it has a base opposite it. And it's even better when the base that you have opposite it forms a kissing candle or hidden base opposite it. So an example I showed was, I don't know if I remember. It's okay, it's this pair that I don't trade. Where is it? USDCHF long ago. Long ago on the daily chart, on the weekly chart, daily. I don't remember the last time I opened this pair. Okay, where will I remember? Will I remember? It was somewhere here. Okay, it is this one. Okay, it is this one. So let me use the replay mode. Okay, I can't use the replay mode. Okay, I can use it. Okay, so so that we can see it clearly. Okay, so here we have a QM. This one had everything. It had everything in it. You have a QM level, okay, on the daily. Can you see that opposite the QM level, we have this double arrow or OC? Can you see? I hope everybody can see. We have this level opposite it. Okay. Now, on the weekly, is it weekly? Weekly, was it weekly or I used 2 days or 3 days? Hold on, please. Just exercise some patience. Our time will be up very soon, but at least I get to explain it to you in a proper context. Okay, so the engulfing alone is enough, right? But additional confirmation with open close or OC opposite it makes it better, right? And when that open close that you have marked, okay, you see, so here you see that on the weekly we have an engulfing. Can you see we have a weekly engulfing on there? We have a weekly engulfing, okay? And now on the daily, we have the QM, okay? Opposite the QM, we have what? This OC. And it is better when you go to 4 hour and you are able to find, was it 4 hour that I did? I think I did 12 hours. Can I have 12 hours? Add more time. I think in this example, I did, how do I do this? Take hours, okay, 12 hours, okay, add. Okay, so I can check 12 hours. Where is it? Okay. Hours 12. Okay. Apply. Okay. So I can go to 12 hours. This one I use 12 hours. So you see that this hidden base is what? An engulfing. Or it's a base. So that is the reason why I would mark this level and expect to see price fall from it. Okay, and expect to see price fall from it. Please, do you understand now? Do you have some engulfing that?
Yes.
Okay, so that is the confirmation. That's the confirmation thing. Or 25. Just go fast. Okay. All right. So you see, even though price didn't create a new low, right? Just tap into it, and then boom, it fell. It fell twice from there. Okay, before going up. Okay, so that is it. That is the confirmation level. And you need to understand that. You need to understand that when you have a QM, you should have that. Okay, so for instance, we have a QM level here. We have another QM level here. Okay, QM level here. See that opposite it, you have a base. Okay, and I believe that when I go to daily, it should give me an engulfing. Okay, we have an engulfing there. Let me see if weekly also gives an engulfing. Okay. All right, so we have a weekly engulfing candle there. Okay, but it's better when it's passing through the body of the weekly of the engulfing. Please, do you understand this? Okay, so this is just one form of
Yes.
QM. So how do I use it with what I've learned previously? So this is setup, not entry, okay? But basically for a QM, the stop loss is always the stop loss, okay? It's always at the head, okay? The stop loss is always at the head. So entry, stop loss. So your stop loss is here. Okay, can I collide? Oh, the stop loss is going to be here, and your entry is going to be at the QM level. Your take profit is going to be at the lowest point of the pullback. lowest point of the pullback. Okay, so it means that when you come here, this is your entry. Okay, take profit is somewhere. That is the setup. That's the natural setup. But there's a way. We are not going to trade it like this. There's a way we are going to trade. Don't rush with entry. Okay, I'll not even talk about entry today. All right, you need to recognize the setup. Okay, so a typical QM will give you 1 to 2. Okay, at least 1 to 2 or 1 to 3. So this is the trade. Okay, so you need to learn how to recognize this particular setup. Okay, what else? What else? What else? What else? Any question? Which time should we consider for a base? Okay, so it's a lower time frame. When I say lower time frame, we are coming lower, right? So if you're on the daily, the lower time frame can be a 4-hour or 1 hour. All right, it just has to be a base opposite it. Just don't go too low. You have to use your own discretion. Don't go too low, but you have to go to the lower time frame. Okay, like in this particular situation, see that on 4-hour, I could have used 4-hour, right? I could have used 4-hour. Okay, and on 4-hour, what do I have? Yes, I still have a drop base drop. Okay, I still have a drop base drop, but that makes the range too big. Okay, maybe if I was looking at 4-hour, I'll come and look for price here around this engulfing, which I think it's still touched. Okay. Okay, any question? Okay, sir, do you have some engulfing that can say is a high probable than other engulfing? No, I don't know which engulfing is high probable than any other engulfing. So what I do is this. Okay, I've said it. This video, if you watch, I've said a lot. If you watch it more time, I've said a lot. And some of the things that I said was that it is about cause and effect. Okay. Now, go back to the gold trade. I'll go back to gold. Going back to gold. Going back to gold. And then we look at the examples that I was talking about. And then we will understand the cause and effect. Okay. We're talking about this. Okay, we're talking about this. Okay. And then you see, we look at the engulfing and come on, what did I do? Okay. Missed. Okay. We are inside this engulfing field. I think so. We are inside this engulfing field. Okay. This engulfing field. I mean this red candle, right? Price has closed below it. Can you see? So we are trading inside an engulfing field. So price inside a daily engulfing field has already created a daily. In this case, we really needed a 4-hour. So price has created a daily engulfing inside a daily engulfing field. So this is the cause. What is the cause of this daily engulfing? Okay, it's a daily engulfing. Price has touched a daily engulfing, has created a daily engulfing, right? Now, if I come here, okay, and I think I have a weekly engulfing field here. This situation, I have a weekly engulfing field here. Okay. All right. If I want to trade this zone, okay, I go to daily. Yes. And I see that the daily has created, where is it? Daily has created a daily engulfing. The question I'm asking myself, what is the reason why this daily engulfing was created? This daily engulfing was created as a result of touching. So that's the cause. The cause of this daily engulfing is the weekly engulfing field. So direction is confirmed. Okay. Now I have this daily engulfing here. Just considering this daily engulfing. Okay, and I go to 4-hour. I go to 4 hour. Okay. I go to 4 hour. Price comes and touches the 4 hour engulfing, a daily engulfing zone, and create a 4 hour engulfing. Okay. The question I'm asking myself, why was, before I consider buying from that 4 hour engulfing for any of the 4 hour engulfing, I need to consider why that 4 hour engulfing was formed. It was formed from touching the daily. Okay. It was formed from touching what? A daily. So it's always about what? Knowing the reason why it is formed. Okay. So here, I think that's not here. Inside this level 4 hour, I want to show you a trade. Okay. I want to show you a trade, right? Look here. We play before we end. Okay. And then tomorrow, you see, at the end of the day, I'm showing you all the patterns. When you finish, we'll learn how to take the trade from it. Learn how to recognize the patterns first. So, where is it? Where is it? Okay. So look at this. Look at this here. Okay. Then I'll go to daily. Is it 4 hour? Daily. Okay. So let me cut this one too. Okay. So we have this daily engulfing. Can you see? This daily engulfing is there. We have engulfed this candle. So we have a daily engulfing here. Okay. If I want to buy from this one, okay, the fact is that there's a daily engulfing and we are in a weekly engulfing too. Okay, there's a weekly engulfing somewhere and daily engulfing has been created. So you can confirm weekly engulfing. Okay, you can confirm. You see, we have a weekly engulfing. Daily engulfing has been formed. Okay, now if I want to trade this daily engulfing, now I go to 4 hour, or I think this one I use 1 hour. 1 hour, and I have a QM. So I'm deleting this rectangle. Okay, then we have what? A QM. I think I did a video on this. I have a QM here. So we have line chart, line chart, line chart. Our time is almost up. Okay, so on the line chart, these people, they can lie. Look at where they put the QM level. Okay, on the line chart, it is here. Okay, so this is supposed to be the QM, low, high, lower, low, higher, high. Okay, what do you have opposite it? You have a base. Let's go to 4 hour. Go to 4 hour first. Okay, so 4 hour, we have what? Open, close, open, close, open, close. What are you seeing? It's not transformation, it's transformation. So daily engulfing, 4 hour, open, close, many of them, right? So let me mark all of them, many of them. Okay, then 1 hour base. Okay, so we have a drop, base, drop. Okay, please. So in this particular setup, what do you have? We have transformation, trans, okay, D1, H4, and H1. Trans is the same as MEF, okay? All right, that's how Bachelor calls it. What do you have? Plus QM, okay, that has a base opposite it. Okay, opposite it. Okay, so you see, now let me ask you, if you have a trade and you have the ability to note all this information on this chart, and you have that strong believe that it's going to work. If you know it, you know that it is going to work. Okay. If you know you are able to find all these things here, you know it is going to work. Would you worry about stop loss? You know it's going to work. Okay. You know it's going to work. All right. So since you know it's going to work, this is not something you worry about stop loss. So stop loss will come in when you are doing a trade and you know that it's going to be difficult. So this is a good one. Okay, this is a good one, and it happened. Okay, it happened. So you see, it happened straight just because of the number of information that is available here. Then let me cut here. Let me go back here. and go back here. Okay, this and the next pattern we are going to talk about. Okay, so don't worry. The next pattern we are going to talk about because the SNLC one. Okay, the SNLC one is about what? A strong resistance. A strong resistance. Okay, and you have a rally base rally here. So definitely this trade, you know you are going to, it's going to work. So when you know that it's going to work, where is it? So when you know all those things, you even become selective in your trading. Very selective. Okay. This is it. You see, this is it. This is it. You know, you are not worried. You are not worried because the pattern that you are getting is so strong. Okay. So this is a trade and boom, it went. Okay. So my focus is not to give you entry now. My focus is to help you to be able to identify those key levels. When it comes to entries, there are millions of ways you can enter the trade, and we will do that. Okay, so I'm ending the session here. But I think we are left with 1 minute. Any question? Did I even record? Okay, I did. Any question? Or we are okay? We are okay with finding a QM. So feel free. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So next Saturday, we are going to build upon the patterns. There's a lot of time. Okay, there's a lot of time. Then we will add, and then how do you call it? Do entry. But if you want fast track, there are people in my mentorship that are still in this video. Okay, if you want fast track, then join my mentorship.